Welcome to Probation Station with your host, Monalisa. Today, another beautiful day here in sunny Florida. We are in Miami. We are getting ready to interview Mr. Omar Lopez, Program Manager of the Non-Custodial Parent Employment Program. Welcome, Mr. Lopez. How are you today?
I'm doing well, thank you, Monalisa. Thank you for the opportunity to be on your show. I'm very excited about the opportunity to talk about our program today and the many benefits that it has for the people in the community to take advantage of such an opportunity.
Yeah, I'm really excited because, I'm so down with what you guys do. It's so cozy in here. I'm like, this is nice. It's in downtown Miami.
Very convenient.
Very convenient. So I'm really excited to learn about it. Although we have done some collaborations, and I am all for what you're doing for the people in the community.
Thank you so much.
So let me ask you, let's get right to it. Who are you? Why are you here? And tell us a little bit about how passionate you are as it relates to this program.
Well, I think passion is the driving factor of everything that we do. And you said something very true, which is the why. This is something that I have been really focusing on for the past year. What we do and how we do it, it's not as important as why we do the work that we do. And for me, it starts with something very personal. I've been involved now with the program for about 10 years. And 10 years ago, I also was giving, well, I wasn't particularly giving birth, but, I was having my first son. And, the emotions that went along with being a dad for the first time as I was being introduced to this non-custodial parents employment program with Gulf Coast, it was just like the stars aligned. And it really provided a way for me to advocate for something that at that point was extremely important in my life, which was being a father.
Right.
And our late CEO said something that also stuck with me. And speaking about this program in its beginnings, he said that a lot of times these non-custodial parents, mostly referring to men, that's the majority of the people that we deal with,
Right.
Most of these men that are on child support, it's not that they're deadbeat dads, but simply that they're dead broke. Okay, and this is what he said with regards to this program. Why were we introducing this program into the community? It was to help out non-custodial parents that didn't have the help before, to show them, listen, there is a way that you can meet with your child support responsibility, become financially independent, and take care of the many responsibilities that you have to take care of as a father, child support being one of them.
Let me ask you, just so we can make sure that everybody understands, what does non-custodial actually mean?
That's a good point. Non-custodial parent really means that you don't have the custody of your child or children. The custody is with mom, it's with grandmother, it's with somebody else, not the non-custodial parent.
Okay.
So a lot of the assistance that's out there, of course, is for the custodial parent most of the time. If you go to the child support court here in Miami, you have most times a state attorney that is working with the custodial parent, whether it be the mom, the dad, whoever the custodial parent is, but there really isn't anybody to guide and help the non-custodial parent. Now, our program specializes in employment services.
Okay.
What we do here is we help our clients that are looking for work, they're unemployed, underemployed, find a better employment solution, whatever that employment solution needs to be. We're not limited to specific jobs or this category of work. Whatever the individual brings to the table, whatever skill set they bring to the table, that's what we focus on. We focus on the strengths of the individual. What do you have to offer? What are the things that you know how to do right now? And what are the things that we need to work on to get you to where you want to be?
So you meet them where they're at.
Correct.
And that's what I think is really important. And I think that was one of the reasons that I was attracted to this program, because you get to actually see the individual, meet them where they're at,
Right.
and work with them from that level.
Correct.
So who actually qualifies for this program?
In order to qualify for the program, you have to be a non-custodial parent.
Okay.
You have to be a Miami-Dade resident.
Very important.
Correct. You have to have a child that is 18 years old or younger.
Okay.
We can have clients that enroll into the program with kids that are over 18, but they have to be enrolled in school. whether that be still high school or college education or some type of technical. As long as they're in school, they can still participate in the program if they're over 18. The parent, of course, has to have an active child support case. It doesn't have to be necessarily in Miami-Dade County. It can be a child support case that is open up in Broward or any other county in Florida, but the kids do have to reside in the state.
Okay.
If they're living out of state with mom or whomever else, that would be a non-qualifier for the program. We, of course, are also tied, our funding is tied through the state of Florida. It is administered through CareerSource Pinellas. And so because we have state funding, which is called a TANF, or Temporary Aid for Needy Families, we have certain restrictions. For example, we have to look at the financials for mom and dad and determine that they are below the 200% poverty guidelines. That allows them to enroll in the program. But one thing that I always like to say is that we don't ever turn anybody away from our program. Even if you cannot be enrolled in the program, we're in a position right now where we can say, as long as you're committed to your own success, as long as you're willing to do the things that you need to do in order to be successful, then we can be right there along with you, providing you with job leads, providing you with just being a community service that provides networking opportunities, being involved with a program such as yourself, Monalisa, with Probation Station, all the wonderful things that you do. That's what's exciting. It's about just really allowing people to have an open window of possibilities that maybe they don't know because they hadn't been introduced to organizations such as yourself and to ours.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, definitely. We have to start sharing the information, right? And this is one of the reasons why we're actually doing this interview, to share this information for the residents that live here in Miami. And we've had conversations about like the whole holistic aspect of it, right? Being able to connect, being able to network. And I'm just very, very excited about this because I feel that the more we connect with individuals and different organizations, I feel that we can assist people on an individual basis. I know that there's a lot of people out here doing work for the masses, but I'm one who's very passionate about the individual person, because once you start touching that individual and switching their mindset, now that's like contagious, and that individual can go and handle and provide information and hopefully leave a legacy, because that's, I think, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm definitely trying to leave a legacy.
Yes.
So how long is the program? When is the program? What is the start? What does it finish? Stuff of that nature.
So a lot of the clients that we currently see, the majority of them are referred through the child support court and the family court. So a lot of them come into the program because they were court ordered to do so, or they were referred, by the courts as as something that will be beneficial for them as they're looking for work. Again, because whether they're unemployed or underemployed. But a lot more people are coming in just by referral services. Somebody has been involved with the program. They really, enjoyed what it is that the program was able to offer them, the people that are involved in the program. Again, going back to this, touching somebody on a human level, having an understanding and empathy, and understanding that a lot of the reasons why our non-custodial parents come into the program are because of child support. Right. But the child support a lot of times is the only similarity. The walk, the journey that each one of these non-custodial parents took in order to get to this moment may have been very different. And so we recognize that. We really do try to work with the individual to make sure that their needs are met. Now, the program duration, once a client enrolls into the program, we try to find work for that client within 30 days. This is the short-term goal that we want to establish with the participant. Does it happen 100% of the time? Not always. It really depends on where that individual is at. Again, going back to this, an individual basis. So when somebody comes to me and asks me, hey Omar, well, how long will it take me to become employed? I don't have an answer for them, because it really could be 2 days, it could be 3 weeks, or it could be 3 months. Right. It really depends on where the individual is at. Once we make those initial assessments to find out, okay, these are the things that we need to work on. Maybe it's not so much a hard skill, but a soft skill. How are your interviewing skills? Do you have a proper resume? Do you know how to fill job applications? Now, what's the situation with your background if you have one? Is everything in your background something that should be there, just like your credit report, right?
Right.
Maybe there's something on there that's not specific to you. You want to get that corrected.
So that's like the holistic aspect of
Yes.
it. Okay,
Yes.
because I know that people get nervous, challenges,
Yes.
right? The mindset, because I'm always about mindset. Do you find that those that enter the program have an open mindset? Do you actually think that they need to be a little bit more open-minded and open to new adventures and new ideas?
One of the first things that we talk about is exactly that. You have to have a mindset of being successful. You know, I'm not really this, happy-go-lucky, positivity, rah-rah type of guy, but I do think that it's very important for people to have a positive mindset. A positive attitude will take you to places that you couldn't have gone without it. So a lot of times, a lot of the participants, the most important thing that we have to deal with is that mindset. Because of course, there's a whole lot of negativity that comes from, being involved with child support, being involved with the court system. There are so many things that are pressing you down that, again, it's about just this light, in this black tunnel. And you finally see it when you come into the program, and there's actually somebody here that cares about my situation, cares about me as an individual. See, because child support is just one piece of the puzzle.
Do we know that?
The puzzle is much bigger than that. It's larger.
It's huge.
And so when you're able to tell them, you know what, let's concentrate on you as a person. How are things, what's your living situation like right now? Because sometimes work may not be the most immediate thing. If we only work to put on a Band-Aid, we're doing ourselves, our participants, the courts, the children, the custodial parent, we're doing them a disservice.
Right.
Because it's really all about taking care of the individual holistically, like you mentioned, in an integral way. And a lot of times, we may not be able to do that directly. And that's why partnering with organizations that are like-minded and passionate like you are, Monalisa, that makes all the difference, because we understand. Employment services is what we do. We've been doing it for 20 years.
Right.
Here in Miami-Dade County for 17. That's what we specialize in, getting people back to work so that they can meet their child support responsibility. But how we do that, it's about taking care of the man. It's about taking care of the woman. And if we can't do that directly, then we will refer people to other organizations that we know are going to go right there along with them until they finally have the success that they're looking for.
And that's the goal.
Yes.
That's the goal, like getting everyone in alignment so we can help people. Yes. I'm telling you, so we can help them, because it's like a factory effect. Oh yeah, you throw them over there and you keep it moving, where like one of the goals of Probation Station is to collaborate with the like-minded people. So if they come to me, I can't provide, I can send them to you, I can, you know what I mean? So one of the main reasons why I'm very passionate about your program, or the program in particular, is because, well, I deal with people under correctional control.
Yes.
So in my opinion, you're knocking down about 4 or 5 birds with one stone. So for those that know a little bit about probation, we're dealing with, child support is a condition of probation. Employment is a condition of probation. Community service hours is a condition of probation. Sometimes, your driver's license may affect you, but you have to go back to and from work. So one of the main reasons why I really, really, really feel so thankful for this program is because if you are on probation and you do have a child support case, you can pretty much handle the majority of your conditions or things that you need to do right here in this program with Mr. Omar Lopez. Yes, so I was like hysterically excited about it. Because people under correctional control, and of course some of our average civilians, go through a lot of challenges. Yes. So if you can go to one location and handle 2, 3, 4 things at one time, I'm all for it, because your organization is a nonprofit organization, correct?
That's correct.
And people can do community service hours, correct?
Correct.
So it's a no-brainer. It's a win-win for all of us, I believe. And I just want to encourage you to continue doing what you're doing. And definitely I'm looking forward to a lot more collaborations. And I'm just really thankful for this opportunity, because I definitely want to share all of this information to everybody in Miami-Dade County, Florida. Shout outs to Miami. Shout outs to Miami. There are a lot of resources out here, ladies and gentlemen. We just need to do a little bit more research. We need to network. We need to be able to see who does what. A lot of the things that we don't do is we don't follow up. Yeah. So if we begin to follow up, we'll start identifying what resources we have in our own home, in our own offices. So again, I want to thank you, Mr. Omar Lopez, again, for being here on Probation Station. And now I want you to let everybody know, where are you? How can they find you? Because you are in a cozy downtown Miami office, y'all. Very cozy office. I'm loving it. I'm actually here in the building, so it's peaceful, enlightening. It just has a very positive vibe. So I welcome everyone to find out about this program. And again, if you have a child support case, please, 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 and you live in Miami-Dade County, please contact Mr. Omar Lopez. He's going to give you all the information.
So like Monalisa mentioned, we are located in downtown. It is a very good location. We've been at this office now for a year now, amazingly. And it's a location that's on the 8th floor, located at 141 Northeast 3rd Avenue. Miami, Florida. We're actually right across from Bayfront Park and Biscayne Boulevard. Ooh. So, you know, once you're done here, if you want to go out there and relax, you know, be in Bayfront or at Bayside, it's a lot of fun over there. They have some really good eateries. But it's very accessible. Public transportation. Yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. You know, we're very close to Government Center, so public transportation is a great way to get here. And even if you're able to come, you know, with your own vehicle or somebody drops you off, we may be able to help out with the parking as well. So there's not any reason why you shouldn't come to this location. It's a wonderful location with wonderful people, and quite honestly, a wonderful program. And it's not just because I'm involved with it for the past 10 years.
I love it. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
And finally, before we leave, it's something that I always do. Just want to wish my mom a lot of love. I miss you, Mom, and like you said, when you do it with love, it will flourish. So thank you for tuning in to Probation Station. Until next time, peace.